In this video, we will discuss top 10 interview question and answer for supply chain. So let's discuss the question and answer. The first question is, how do you stay up to date on industry trend and developments in supply chain management? You can answer like this. To stay up to date on industry trends and development in supply chain management, I regularly read industry publications, attend conferences and webinars, and network with other professionals in the field. And the second question is, describe a time when you had to negotiate with a supplier to meet the needs of your company. How did you approach the negotiation and what was the outcome? The answer of the question can be like this. In a previous role, I had to negotiate with a supplier to meet the needs of my company. I approached the negotiation by first clearly outlining the specific needs of my company and then presenting options and alternatives to the supplier. I also tried to find common ground and areas of mutual benefits. The outcome was a revised agreement that met the needs of both parties. Now, the third question is, how do you prioritize your responsibilities and tasks when you're working on a supply chain project? The answer to this question is, when working on a supply chain project, I prioritize my responsibility and task by first identifying the most time sensitive and crucial item, then breaking down the project into smaller manageable steps. I also use project management tools and techniques to track progress and stay organized. Now the fourth question is, how do you handle conflicting demands and tight deadlines? Answer can be like this. When faced with conflicting demands and tight deadlines, I try to stay calm and focused. I prioritize tasks, delegate where appropriate, and communicate clearly with my team and stakeholders to ensure that everyone is aligned on priorities and expectations. Now we will discuss the question number 5. Can you describe a successful process improvement you implemented in a previous role? The answer can be, one successful process improvement I implemented in a previous role was streamlining the order fulfillment process by introducing a new software system that automated many manual tasks and provided real-time visibility into inventory levels and shipping status. This resulted in faster turnaround times and increased customer satisfaction. Question number 6. How do you build and maintain relationships with suppliers and other stakeholders in the supply chain? The answer can be, I build and maintain relationships with suppliers and other stakeholders in the supply chain by constantly communicating and collaborating with them, and by being responsive and solution oriented when issues or challenges arise. I also try to foster a sense of partnership and mutual benefit. Now we will discuss question number 7. How do you ensure that your supply chain is sustainable and ethically responsible? You can give the answer like this. To ensure that my supply chain is sustainable and ethically responsible, I prioritize working with suppliers who share similar values and who have demonstrated a commitment to sustainability and ethical practices. I also regularly review and assess the environment and social impacts of my supply chain and implement measures to reduce negative impacts and increase positive ones. Now, the question number 8 is, how do you use data and analytics to inform your decision making in the supply chain? Your answer can be, I use data and analytics to inform my decision making in the supply chain by regularly tracking key performance indicators and using data to identify patterns and trends. I also use data to test hypotheses and evaluate the potential impacts of different options and strategies. Now we are at the second last question of this video, the question number 9. Can you provide an example of a time when you had to troubleshoot a problem in the supply chains? How did you approach the problem and what was the resolution? You can give the answer like this. One time I had to troubleshoot a problem in the supply chain was when there was a sudden spike in demand for a particular product. I worked with my team and the relevant suppliers to identify the root cause of the issue and implement a solution. which involve increasing production and finding additional suppliers to meet the increased demand. The resolution was a successful ramp up in production that satisfy customer demand. Now we will discuss the last question, which is question number 10. How do you adapt to changing customer demands and requirement in the supply chain? The answer can be to adapt to changing customer demands and requirement in the supply chain. I regularly gather and analyze customer feedback and data on market trends. I also work closely with my team and suppliers to identify and implement strategies for quickly and effectively adapting to changing needs. We hope you liked this question answer session. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe our channel.